Star Wars is back and I am so excited. Cool, so I am super late for this video. I do understand that. This video came out for me in the early hours of the morning at around 2 a.m. The trailer, I mean, not the video, what am I saying? The trailer came out at around 2 a.m. So I didn't have much time to react to it. I did set an alarm for it, but I realized I'd set the alarm for 2 a.m. the next day. So don't know how that happened, but I missed it and I slept straight through it. And then I only woke up to it and watched it the next day, which was still great. But then I sort of had to leave straight for work and I didn't really have time to make a video between waking up and leaving for work. So here we are, and work is now done for the day, so I'm making a video today and I'm going to be talking about it. Look, I'm not going to go into as much detail as some other channels. They smash it. Star Wars Explained, if you guys are Star Wars fans and you don't watch Star Wars Explained, go check out that channel, because that's probably the best Star Wars channel you could subscribe to with regards to Star Wars mythology and just wanting to know Star Wars things. So I'm not going to go too much into detail with like Easter eggs and stuff like that, like I have done in the past for certain videos. But I just wanted to talk about my reaction to the trailer and some thoughts I had regarding the film, because fans are a bit mixed with regards to Star Wars at the moment, and I totally understand why. So firstly, I was also just really surprised to hear about the ticket sales on this movie, because although I knew it was obviously going to do great, there was a lot of people complaining and even saying that they were going to boycott this film because of how disappointing The Last Jedi was for them, and also the response that Solo got as well. So I was very, I guess, curious to see how this movie did, especially with pre-sale tickets. And waking up and just throughout this day, just looking at articles and statistics at how many tickets this film is selling is quite insane. So I was a bit surprised about that. I knew it was going to do great, but I didn't know it was going to be breaking the records that it is breaking. And now to talk about the trailer itself, what this trailer does really, really well is that it doesn't give like a lot away at all. I'm trying to like recall plot points that I noticed in the trailer, but I don't think there were actually that many, besides the thing about C-3PO and getting his, I guess, his memory erased in that scene, and I think it's like in the middle of the trailer. Besides that, there isn't really much that the movie gives away plot-wise. There are a lot of visual, I guess, references and visual elements that some could interpret that they're giving plot points away from the movie, and I guess, I mean, if you thought about them long enough, you could sort of argue that it is giving a bit too much away. But I thought this trailer, although it's the final trailer, I thought this trailer gave away less plot information or story than the first trailer for this film, the one that came out during D23. So it is also just interesting because the marketing team obviously have confidence in this film, despite how the fans have been feeling up until this point. So I feel like if Lucasfilm and Disney were very concerned about ticket sales, they would have driven a lot more sort of plot and story into this trailer, and they didn't do that, which I'm grateful to see. And I'm also just grateful that they do still have confidence and faith in this franchise. What I did get from this trailer is that it looks very, very ambitious. J.J. Abrams does look like he is taking risks in this movie. There's just a whole bunch of elements where that seems to be the case. It looks like Kylo Ren could become good again just from watching this trailer, which I don't think all fans will be completely on board with, but you never know. It looks like Palpatine is physically going to be there. We see the side of his cloak or his hood or whatever during the trailer. We see this like huge grand shots of all these ships, and it looks like there's going to be a huge space battle, which is really exciting to see. But there were just so many Easter eggs to different ships from throughout the Star Wars saga. There were ships there from the first episode, Phantom Menace. There were ships there from Star Wars Rebels. I mean, literally, it was just like a Where's Wally page of like Star Wars ships, you know? Like, there were just ships from like every era of Star Wars by the looks of things. And that's really, really exciting. And it just looks like this is going to be quite a grand conclusion to Star Wars, to the Skywalker saga. But just from seeing the trailer for this movie, it looks like it really does sell that adventure feel again. And that's one thing I loved about the original trilogy. It's just that sense of adventure, that sense of like discovery, you know? And that's something that I lacked a bit in The Last Jedi, and even I guess a bit in in The Force Awakens because it felt so familiar to what we've seen before. But this movie looks like, it's going to be quite an adventurous sort of movie. Great hearing Luke's voiceover in this trailer. Throughout this trailer, he's the voiceover through majority of this trailer. There is, I'm not sure about this because I haven't heard anyone else talking about this, but right at the end of the trailer, it almost sounds like someone else speaks at the end there. I'm thinking it could either be Ewan McGregor or Hayden Christensen, because I really feel like they may be included in this movie. And I really feel like right at the end, I think it's the last couple of words, it could be someone else's voice.
The Force will be with you. Always.
I still need to watch and listen to the trailer a couple more times to just be sure of that, but I don't think it's Mark Hamill. I could be mistaken there. Let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts are. Maybe I'm just thinking way too much into this, but I don't know, it just sounded like the voice changed slightly, but who knows, I could be wrong. Also, just great seeing Rey actually train in this movie. I know that's been an issue for people throughout the other two films, that she has all this power that she hasn't really worked for. Which I guess makes sense. But I guess in this movie it does look like she is sort of trying to contain all that power and sort of like, I guess, motion it into a certain direction. And that looks cool. There's some really cool training shots in this trailer. And there are also some really great ones in the last trailer we saw at D23. So it looks like she really is trying to develop and contain her power a lot more, which is really cool. And I'm really excited to see that develop in this movie. Also some great lightsaber sequences in this trailer. It looks like this could be some of the best lightsaber like fights that we've had in the whole saga. Like really, it really looks awesome. That dual fight between Kylo Ren and Rey on the remains of the Death Star in the ocean, by the looks of things, that looks insane. And that looks really iconic to this movie. I feel like that's going to be such a huge set piece in this movie. I cannot wait to see it. But some really great cinematography there as well. And there's also some really great action sequences. It looks like it's going to be a really exciting movie, at least. It was also great seeing the battle droid behind C-3PO. I don't know if everyone caught that, but there's a battle droid behind C-3PO. Great callback to the prequel trilogy. I love that it's sort of all integrated now. And it was also just so great seeing the ghost ship from Star Wars Rebels appear in this trailer as well. I'm very curious to see if certain Star Wars Rebels characters will be included in this movie or if they'll just be a cameo. I can't wait. Star Wars Rebels is insane, so I cannot wait to see if that is included in this film. But guys, there's obviously so much more to speak about in this trailer. I definitely have not covered everything, and I wasn't trying to. I just wanted to share some initial thoughts. And yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed this trailer. I think it did a good job of captivating casual Star Wars fans. And fans of film who are getting ready for that sort of Christmas season. But I guess at the same time, it also just did give a bit of reassurance and maybe some optimism to the Star Wars fans who were feeling a bit hurt from Star Wars The Last Jedi and Solo, A Star Wars Story, which is great, because I really hope people all get back on board just for this last installment. I mean, these films have impacted me so much. I mean, I've grown up with the prequel trilogy, I fell in love with the original trilogy, and I really liked Force Awakens for what it was. And there were also aspects of The Last Jedi that I did enjoy, although I did not enjoy it as much as The Force Awakens. And I really am just excited to see the conclusion, at least, to the Star Wars Skywalker story, because it's a huge story and it's impacted me my whole life, which is really insane. So I really hope it ends off on a great note. But guys, obviously I would love to know your thoughts on the movie. Let me know in the comments down below. Are you excited for this film? Are you worried about this film? Are you even going to see this film? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. What has you excited? What has you worried? And yeah, I don't know what else to say. I think I'm going to end it there. Thank you so much for watching this. I know there's probably been tons of other Star Wars trailer videos that have released. Thank you for watching mine. You guys are absolutely amazing. Go check out others as well. There's some people who completely smash it. The Star Wars Explained one is really good. Go check that out. But guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.